I've been 100% correct on all my trade calls on this channel. You can refer to my previous weekly trading outlook videos to see for yourself. We are here again this week to look for high probability trade setups for next week. But before we continue, I want to say welcome back once again if you're already subscribed. And I must say, you guys are the best. And if you're not yet subscribed, you might want to consider doing that now. Thank you as you do so. So without further ado, let's get into business, starting with gold. Now, I don't want this video to be lengthy for this week. I want to keep it as short as possible. So let's look at gold. Then before I continue with gold, don't forget, go and smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell you see there. You can also like and share this channel with your friends, okay? Let's keep the room bubbling, guys. Anyways, let's continue. Let's look at gold from the monthly time frame perspective. I've been calling gold short since I started this channel, and all we've been doing is what? Short, right? Now, if you look at gold, this is a monthly time frame, as you can see here. We've not had a bullish month on gold since March, since the end of March. Let me hover my mouse there. You can see, if you look below, you see 1st of March, right? That was the opening candle. Throughout that month, that was the last green candle we've had for the year. Since then, gold has been printing consistent red candles, right? And we're in September, and I'm very sure that we're going to print another red candle this month, right? Anyways, gold failed to create a new higher high, so what we are having right now is something like a double top, which has broken below the trend line. Remember, we use the top down analysis to approach to break down charts, right? So let's scale to the weekly time frame. Let's see what weekly is showing us. Weekly is also similar to what monthly is showing us. We still have our double top, as you can see, right? Remember the concept of market structure I always talk about, which is constant highs, higher low, higher highs, higher lows, in that order. And in a bearish trend, low, lower high, lower low, lower highs, right? In that order. I always preach this. In fact, this has become a message on this channel, right? Remember, I always like to keep things simple. I always tell you in the Telegram channel, keep things simple, don't complicate things. Now, we failed to create a new higher high here. We created a new higher high here, created a new higher low. Going back into that zone, we failed to create a new higher high. So this is telling us that the bulls are losing steam, right? So, and the bears are jumping into the market. And right now, we've broken below the neckline here on the weekly time frame. Let's scale down to the daily. Now on the daily, we are printing something like what? We're printing something like the heads and shoulders pattern, as you can see here. If you go to the Telegram channel, this is another reason why you should join the Telegram channel, because I drop update there from time to time. I have been plotting this head and shoulder pattern. In fact, I projected this head and shoulder patterns since before now, right? And now everything is coming together, everything is playing out as I earlier predicted, right? Now we've broken below the neckline also of this head and shoulders pattern. So let's scale to the 4 hours time frame. This is where we look for trading opportunities. Remember, I always tell you, we don't place trade on the higher time frames, right? We use the higher time frames to understand the overall flow of the market, right? To see what is going on. Then of course we come to the lower time frames, which are I told you my preferred entry time frame is the 4 hour time frame. You can also use the 1 hour time frame. In fact, sometimes I look at the 15 minutes time frames, but I rarely do that, right? So most times I use the 4 hours and the 1 hour time frame. Now that we've broken below, we've established that we've broken below, right? We're trading below the neckline right now. Now we want to look at an area of entry. We want to start looking for what? Entry opportunities. So I'm just going to go ahead and limit this major support, which has turned into, we're about to turn into resistance. Now I'm going to limit to the daily time frame. So let's get a clearer picture. Now I'll be expecting price to do a reverse back into the zone. If I want to add some juice, I can pull up my Fibonacci retracement level, and since we're in a bearish scenario, we are going to start from the top to bottom, right? recent swing high and recent swing low, which we have here, recent swing high, recent swing low. Then we expect price to come into our what zone to provide us with a selling opportunity. So as it stands, my first reversal zone is the 0.5 fib level. I'll be expecting price to give me something like this, and then we'll continue all the way down, okay, or maybe the 0.6 level, or anywhere around this zone. Let me map it out nicely so that you guys can see clearly. So I'll be expecting price to come into this zone, right, and provide me with a selling opportunity, right? But remember, you don't just hit the sell button because I said so. You wait for some kind of candlestick pattern, maybe a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern or an inverse hammer. Remember, I like to call it inverse hammer, but some people call it what is this spinning top. I always forget that name. Okay, I just like to call it the inverse hammer. So you want to wait for that kind of candlestick pattern, or maybe some kind of chart pattern like a double top, right, to sell, right? So this is what I'm looking at on the gold right now. We've broken below our major time frame neckline, and we're on the 4-hour time frame. We're looking for some kind of a pullback, which we are having now as we speak. Then for the trend continuation back to what selling gold. Okay, lest I forget, let me show you the overall target for gold. The overall target for gold, I am looking at 1,495 per ounce for this metal. Okay, that's our first level target, but I'm not saying you just ride it boom like that. No, okay, you can take profit along the way, you can get pullbacks, but you just know that okay, our first overall target is $1,495 per ounce for the gold. All right, let's move on to other pairs. So the next pair I'm going to be looking at is the AUD USD. Now, historically, the AUD USD has this 80% correlation with gold. So when gold goes up, AUD USD goes up, and when gold slides, AUD USD slides. So now that gold is about to fall off the cliff, I'm expecting AUD USD to do the same, and not just because of that, not just because of the historical correlation data. This time we are backing it up with what? Technical analysis. So there's no denying the fact that gold has been falling for months now, and it has been some kind of, how do I put this, it has not been a straightforward fall, let me put it that way. There's kind of something like a topsy-turvy situation with some, if you obviously, like you can see on this screen now, you can see, yeah, it's sliding downwards, but there's some kind of moving sideways, and I believe it was because it wants to take out this zone. If you look left, wants to take out this zone that it has tested multiple times before in the past. Now that we've taken out the zone, I'm expecting a jet ride to the downside on AUD USD. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. And this is the monthly time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame, since we've seen what the weekly looks like. Now this is what the daily look like. And why did I plot this support here is because, of course, I always say, market price moves from zone to zone. When we're trading above here, we waited to break below here to come to this zone. Now that we're at this zone, we wait for a break below, then to come to this zone. Okay, now what are we expecting on AUD USD? I'm expecting bearish, of course. My bias is going to change into bullish if I'm going back to the daily time frame now. If we create a new higher high here, or probably break above this counter trend line on the daily time frame. Okay, but for now I'm looking for sells, and sells is the only thing I'm going to be looking for. Let's go to the 4 hours so we get a clearer picture of how to take advantage of the AUD USD. So if AUD USD wants me to dump it, then we have to break below this zone here. Okay, we have to break below this zone here. All right, so if we break below this zone, which is here, I'll be expecting some kind of retest. You know, like I always say, price doesn't just move in a straight line, boom to the downside, no, or boom to the upside, no. Right, it will move a bit, catch his breath, giving us some kind of bullish or bearish flag, right? So I'll be expecting us to break below, then get some kind of a retest to sell. Okay, that's my view on AUD USD. So AUD USD, I'm bearish. So the next on my kill list is the USD Canadian Dollar. Now, remember market structure, right? Where I told you consistent higher highs, right? Then higher low. Then if we are to continue that uptrend, we're expected to break below this market structure, right? And then pull back into it, looking for what? Bullish trading opportunities, right? In that manner, then pull back into it again like this, like you can see me doing on my screen, right? So now I'm expecting similar situation here. We rejected this place before, this cycled area before, right? And price rejected it tremendously to the downside previously, then came back into it and gave some kind of rejection. And what has happened? We've broken above it, right? So now that we've broken above it, I'll be expecting some kind of a pullback into that zone towards continue bullish. And let's go to the 4 hours time frame. Let's get a clearer view. Now we've established that okay, we broke above a major zone, right, on the lower time frame, sorry, on the higher time frame, the daily time frame. Now I drew what our previous support, not our previous resistance rather, and now we've broken above it. So I'm expecting price to use it as a support, right? So I'll come back into it. I'll be expecting something like this actually to come back into it and what, push to the upside to continue our bullish trend. But like I said, you don't just come into this zone and hit the buy button. You want to see some kind of confirmation, like some engulfing candlestick patterns, some double bottom chart patterns to the upside, right? Anyways, USD card, I am bullish. I'm only going to be looking for buys. On Euro USD too, there's no denying the fact that we've been super bearish, creating new lower lows, and of course new lower highs in that order, right? Now remember, I've been calling, when price was around here, I told you that we're going to create a new lower low, which of course we've done. And as long as we keep trading below this trend line, all I'm going to be looking for are sells, right? So we came into the trend line, and thankfully it confluenced with our Fibonacci retracement level, right? Starts joining from the swing high to the swing low. And what happened when price came into the 0.6 fib level? We got this massive rejection. Of course, I shared this tip in the Telegram channel, and we all took it and we're highly profitable from that trade. So for now, I'm still expecting sells on the euro dollar. Now if I am going to place any trade on the euro dollar, I'm going to wait for price to actually come here and do break below this zone. Okay, it has to break below here, give me some kind of retest before I consider shorting this pair. Okay, something like this. All right, but for now I'm doing nothing within this zone, except if we break above here, which is the daily trend line, then I'll catch some kind of reversal to keep buying to the upside. But until then, I'm actually hoping price comes and break below here so that I can sell. So on Euro USD, I'm bearish. Then on Euro JPY, we've been super bullish. We've been super bullish. There's no denying that. But on the 4 hour time frame, we are on a major resistance zone looking left. This video is getting too lengthy already, and I'm not going to go into all those details. I've shown you the important pairs I'm looking at, right? I spent time analyzing those ones, so these ones I'm just going to run over them. So on Euro JPY, there's a counter trend line on the 4 hour time frame, and looking left there, this zone is a major zone on the daily and the weekly time frame. So we're having some kind of a head and shoulder pattern formation happening around that zone. So I'm going to only short this trade if I see a break below this support and this counter trend line, then some kind of a pullback into that zone towards short this Euro JPY pair. Then on nzdusd, I'm also looking for two possible scenarios. Drawing my Fibonacci from the latest swing high to the recent swing low, I'll be expecting price to do two things. Either price rejects this zone and push to the downside, or and push to the downside like this, or maybe we come into what this 0.6 fib level to do what, short this trade. However, just have at the back of your mind that you are not just going to hit sell, you will try to wait for some kind of confirmations before what, selling, right? So I'm also bearish on nzdusd. Let's look at gbp before we call it a day. Alright, gbpusd also have been creating lower highs and lower lows, right? And I want to consider this some kind of a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, some kind of head and shoulders pattern, right? So now we've created a new lower low. So I'll be expecting what price to either reject from here or come into this zone. Let me plot my Fibonacci retracement level again as usual from recent swing high to recent swing low. So price might come into the 0.5 fib level or the 0.6 fib level or even the 38 fib level. Okay, but I'm expecting a reversal around this whole zone here. All right, this is where I'll be expecting a reversal from. If that reversal doesn't happen here, then I'm expecting it within this zone. So gbpusd, I'm looking for sells. I'm bearish. Okay, so with this we've come to an end of today's video. So if you like the content we share here, why not do yourself a favor by smashing the subscribe button and turning on the post notification, so that when we drop contents like this, you take opportunity and what, trade them before they actually will play out. If you want to see our past record, we are just new. We have just less than maybe 7 videos on this series, which is the weekly analysis. You can go look at them yourself. You see that we've been correct 100% of the time, right? And if you have been taking advantages of those trades, you know you would have made significant amount of money. Okay, so smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, like this video, also leave a comment if you have any question that you might want to ask, and also want to consider what, if you are new on this channel, maybe you don't belong to the Telegram community, you might want to also hit the link below to the Telegram community to join the community. And we are just one big family. I know you are definitely going to love being with us. Okay, so with this, we've come to an end of the video. So love you guys, have a blue pips week, and go out there and be successful. Keep it easy, stay out of trouble. Bye. See you in the next video.